Hi, everybody. We'll get started in a couple minutes, just letting people all jump in. But thanks for joining us today. We're excited, and we should have put September edition, but we're all good on here.
Oh, yep. We're gonna wait maybe one more minute to get started, but if you guys are looking at the screen, it is the September edition. We just forgot to edit that one little bit. It's a Friday. You guys understand.
We're making some last minute adjustments, so we made sure to try to cover as many stuff as we could today. So
All right. Should we get started, John?
let's do it.
All right. Let's see if my screen's gonna move. Hold on. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Just want to make sure everything's working right. Welcome everyone to the ISSA show exhibitor webinar for September. We are 8 weeks to the ISSA show, and presenting today is myself, Iris, and John Gephardt, your trusted sales executives for the show, and we've got a lot to go through today, so we're super excited. You guys are in the thick of it. You're planning, you're making phone calls, you're logging in, and there's a lot of questions out there. So we're going to try to go over everything. A few housekeeping rules is that if you guys have any questions, please include those questions in the Q&A, and we will address those at the very end. We're going to get started. We put together an agenda starting with a lot of the operational aspects of getting you and your team to the show. And then we're going to go over some sponsorships as well as talk about booth selection for next year. All right. So we always start off with the floor plan, and just a reminder of the hours, the trade show hours. They are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting November 19th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. the first 2 days, and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the last day on Thursday. This floor plan actually is a screenshot from several weeks ago. So it is very important that everyone goes to ISSAshowplanner.com to take a look at the most updated floor plan. So you guys can make sure that you find your booth, find the location, see if anything changed, and just so you guys are familiar and you can let your staff know. Show schedule. So as you guys are familiar, most of you are familiar, ISSAshowplanner.com has everything that an attendee and exhibitor is going to need to, discover all of the exhibitors, as well as all the education and events taking place at the show. So make sure that you, as the primary contact or exhibit contact, create your own ISSAshowplanner.com account. The username and password is unique. The ones that you've created in past years do not apply for this year. So every year you'll have to create your own username. Username is your email and your own password. So once you log in, you're going to see here, show education. That's where all of the education taking place, starting on Sunday, November 17th and ending on Thursday, November 21st. You'll be able to sort that by day. You can sort that by topic. There's a variety of different ways you can sort it. You're also going to see some of the events that are taking place, the spotlight speakers, the happy hours, stuff like that. Exhibitors, that's the menu where you're going to see your digital listings, the floor plan, innovation entries, your featured exhibitors. Everything will be in there. And then floor plan, and that's where I was saying before, that's where you're going to go in to see the most updated floor plan. I'm going to start off with registration. So there's a lot of questions about registration, and many of you are in the midst of inputting your booth staff. So this is sort of a reminder that every exhibitor receives an allotted number of complimentary booth staff badges. Once you have redeemed those in the exhibitor registration portal, it is $75 per person for your booth staff badge. If you are looking to get an all access pass, which gives you access to education, the happy hour on Monday afternoon, the spotlight events taking place, that fee is $149. Please make sure you guys go in and take a look at that. In your exhibitor registration portal, this information is in here. Keep in mind, I wanted to let you know that the All Access Expo Badge 149 does go up on October 1st. All of the information about the pricing is in that portal. All right, we talked about the ISSA show planner. Please, again, go in, put your email in, create a password, and you have now created your own ISSA show planner. This is what attendees are doing. And what they're doing is they're going in, taking a look at brands, product categories, company names. Once they look and find the companies that they want to get more information, they're going to actually select the little plus button at the very top of your listing, or any of the information that is in your listing. They're gonna check it, which means that they're following that specific your listing or your product or your show special or anything that you put in there. And then if you have upgraded to a level 1 or level 2 listing, you'll be able to see and contact those people who have shared their information. All right, exhibitor registration. Now we're going to go into appointment setting. So we introduced this in August. This is new. So all exhibitors are offered the opportunity to create appointment setting for attendees. Attendees are going in. They're not just looking for your company information. They also want to potentially schedule an appointment with you. And they don't want to necessarily wait to get to the show and just come to your booth. This is an opportunity for you to use our system within Map Your Show, and you can actually create your own appointment schedule. And then once attendees are going into their planner, they can actually go in and request an appointment. This I am showing you is how to set it up. In the exhibitor portal, the main menu page, there is a tile called on-site appointment schedule. You're going to select manage your appointments. Once you do that, you're going to see this screen right here. I have gone into the Global Events Exhibit Sales Office. So this is just an example. So you're going to go to create new appointments, and then you are going to set up. This is what it's going to look like. So the show, again, is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you're going to set it up by day, and then you're going to tell it where the appointment's going to take place, how long each appointment is. In the system, it's 15-minute intervals. So if you wanted a 30-minute meeting, you can do that. If you wanted an hour meeting, but the minimum is 15 minutes. And then it's going to ask you what time should the appointment start, and then when should the appointment end, meaning there'll be time slots between the earliest time in the morning, let's just say, and at the very end. And those increments are going to be 15 minutes. And then you can also tell the system how many appointments you want in each of those, for example, the 15-minute increments. So this is just showcasing I want one appointment in each of those increments. So this is just an example of how to set it up. This is our booth, and you will see here where it says appointments. So now I'm looking at it as if I were an attendee. So it says appointments, and then they're gonna select the schedule appointment, and then oh, I don't have an actual screenshot of what it looks like, but basically what it looks like, it says, here are the available times, dates and times for appointments. And then at the bottom, it says, what would you like to tell the exhibitor about this appointment? So the attendee can say, I'm interested in buying X, Y, 4 units of this product, or, I want to meet with so-and-so to talk about, a proposal. You'll have that information if the user, gives you that information. So you'll actually know what they want to talk about. Hopefully, people will be using that. So this is appointment setting. Until you guys go in there, it is a little overwhelming, but please reach out to John or I if you have any questions about this. But we're really excited to offer this to you guys. I'm gonna go back to Exhibitor Reg and just share with you about those allotments. So for every 100 square feet you reserve, you will get 1 booth staff badge plus 2 for being an ISSA member. If you're not a member, you do not receive additional booth staff badges. Industry partners, that's a membership level at the highest tier. You will also get 5 additional booth staff badges. And access to exhibitor registration is only through the primary contact or whoever you have whoever you put in as a user to the exhibitor resource center will have access to the portal. All right, so we're just going to go over what this portal looks like. Many of you have already gone in it. So this is the portal. It's telling you right here under exhibitor booth personnel allotment that the badge allotted is 4. Currently registered, this person has 3, and they have 1 remaining booth staff badge to go. And it's very simple with the information we're asking. It's first, last name, title, and email address. So that is simply how to register for a booth staff badge. And if you are looking for that all access pass, then you are going to go directly to register for education. And you're going to put in all of the information that it's asking in here, your address, your contact information, and then it will add the individual. After this page, it's gonna then ask you what events this person will be attending. So because you're buying the full conference pass, it's gonna ask you we don't have a screenshot of it, but it's gonna ask you like ISSA happy hour. It's gonna say spotlight event. These are some of the things it's gonna ask you. You may not know if they're gonna be attending. That's okay. You can always go back in and edit. And then this is the homepage of the registration process. Remember I said to you guys about the pricing for all access? It is $149 until November 15th. I was wrong. So November 15th, and that means right before you guys leave and your staff leave to attend the show. And then on site, that price changes to $249 for the all access. Badges do not get mailed. Everyone has to pick up their badge at exhibitor registration. At registration. So registration is going to be is on the show floor in Hall A. There'll be plenty of signage to find registration. We will have pickup registration, and then we'll have on-site registration. And hopefully all of your staff will be registered ahead of time. And then you'll just go through the lines to get your badge. All right, lead retrieval. Many of you have purchased lead retrieval through your exhibit application, and we are still, you are still able to do that. You are saving about $50 in the process by adding it to your application. If you and if you want to add it now, you would just email John or myself, and you can add it, and we'll add it for you, the lead retrieval. And when I say lead retrieval means that it's a 3-pack of 3 licenses for your staff to upload on your phone. All right, guest program. This has been a hot topic in the last couple of weeks. So guest passes. So each exhibitor is given 2 complimentary guest passes for your customers. We emailed you the specific code to use in order for your guests to redeem it. What we have found is that there's been a little bit of confusion, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware. When you are providing that code, make sure you let your sales team know or your guests know that they have to go through the entire process, and at the very end, the fee will be 0. So there is a spot where it says they can purchase ISSA membership. At the top right of that page, it says skip this step. There's also some additional questions and pages that have fees associated with them. Please know that at the very end of the process, the order will say 0. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that. All right, sponsors. Sponsors will receive additional guest passes. And I wanted to show you the premier level benefit chart, because this is the updated chart. At the very bottom here, where it says guest expo only passes. So platinum receives 100, gold 75, silver 50, and bronze 30. You guys were all emailed that link. If you need that link again, then you'll just email John or myself. All right. Now, after your guests redeem the complimentary badges, I want to make sure everyone understands. When you go into your exhibitor registration portal, the ones that are free, that have 0 cost to them, they will not appear as confirmed in your exhibitor portal. The ones that will be in your portal that are confirmed are the ones that purchase the $25 guest passes. This is an update from the August webinar. So I know it's a little bit confusing, but after you provide those complimentary pass links, then you'll be able to use the $25 link, and your guests can register for $25. And those that register, you'll be able to monitor them in the exhibitor registration portal. Also, the link for the $25 guest passes, they will also receive 10% off the all access pass. All right, that was a lot of information there. And as you know, you can always reach out to us for clarification. This page is showing you where you're going to be able to get the link for the $25 guest passes right here. We do have the ability for you guys to go in and send out emails through our own complimentary marketing campaign program. All right, that was a lot. I see lots of questions in the Q&A. I'm just going to pause now. If John or Andrew, is there any registration questions?
Yeah, Iris. So the few that we have, a couple of common ones between people are can one person pick up the badges for their whole team?
Yes, you can.
So yes, and then the caveat off that one is like what day, so they can pick them up what are the hours that they can pick them up at?
That is a great question. Um, we actually don't have the hours right now, but we will make sure we include it in the updated slide deck, and we will make sure that in our next exhibitor newsletter, we will include that information.
Perfect. One other question: does the happy hour on Monday night require an all access pass?
It does. Yeah, you have to purchase an all access pass in order to attend the ISSA show happy hour Monday night, Monday at 4:30.
Um, Adam had a question. I don't quite know what he mean. Can we get badges for our executives if just through their allotment, right? Basically.
Yep. Yep. Just go into, the allotment and you'll add that, and then you'll be able to pick them up at registration.
Perfect. He's like, you're good.
Yeah.
Person is, I think, a little confused by, so how are people supposed to reach out to attendees? The way that you guys do this, like Iris was saying, was you set your appointments and the times you're available, and the attendees are going to go onto the planner site and they're going to request appointments with you guys. So that's why it's so important that you go in and set appointment times that you're available. That way the attendees will reach out to you. And the good thing about this is those are verified attendees that are coming to the show. So that is why she's really emphasizing the appointment setting. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
Iris.
Yeah. And then that attendee is actually providing you with an email and a phone number. So that's part of when they request an appointment. Those two elements are included. So you as the exhibitor can go in and email or call them.
And then basically, again, the schedule appointments feature is people go into the ISSA show planner site and schedule their appointments. So the key factor to take everything from what Iris said is the ISSA show planner site. Make sure you're set up in there and make sure you're setting appointment times. And then that way the attendees will reach out to you in the best way possible.
All right. Is that all with the registration?
Let's see. Uh, they asked how do you receive notification that appointment has been made?
That is a great question. We're gonna get back to you on that. I can't remember if there is an email that gets sent to the primary contact, or it's something where you just go in and you just monitor the appointment setting feature. So we will get back to you, whoever asked that question, and we'll make sure to include it in the next webinar.
Yeah. Good
And
question, Steve. Good question, Steve and Michelle. We'll get more clarification on that. But again, be very active in your planner site in October because that's when a lot of stuff will go on. And the last question up to this point is the ISSA show. So 2027 will be in Las Vegas. We get this question a lot, so that is what we're committed to. So that answered everything up to that, Iris.
Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go into housing. So we actually didn't update the slide from August, but you guys, please go into housing. So many of you have already gone in and booked your housing this year. Please go in, make sure that you have everything that you need for the staff that will be coming to the show this year. We have some low availability at certain hotels. So just make sure you guys go in, and if you run into any issues, just reach out to John or myself.
And we got just to bag up ours. If you're getting reached out about hotels and stuff like that, and it's not from On Peak or anything like that, do not respond. There is a lot of stuff that goes around closer to shows that are scams or spams. We try to prevent it as much as we can, but it is not. You'll see it. We have a slide on here about our official partner logos, and they'll be designated with that. So you want to book your hotel through On Peak because you're going to get the cheapest rate, and they're a legit vendor. So if you see anything else, just ignore it. Go through On Peak, which is in your exhibitor portal.
Yeah. All right. So there are discounts for travel. And we offered this last year, which was really helpful for our exhibitors and our attendees, because and actually the slide is from, well, sorry, there is a 2023 logo in here, so we'll make sure that's updated. But if you take a look, we've got major airlines, Air Canada, Southwest, United, and Delta. There are discounts on all of these flights. Oh, we also have Avis rental car as well. So please take advantage of it. You can share this information with your guests, your customers as well. It's all on the ISSAshow.com website. We are now going to get into the operations aspect of the planning. So we often hear what comes with my booth. So with that is for the standard booth, it has a side and back drape. And the aisle carpet this year will be Blue Jay. And we also provide 11 by 17 fascia sign with your company name and booth number. What is very important to know is that our event requires each exhibit space to have a floor covering. So whether it's renting it through GES or through your third-party exhibit house, or bringing it from buying carpet squares, buying a roll of carpet from a Home Depot or Walmart, it is required for our show. All right. John, I think this might be you. We're gonna,
Yes,
we're
I
gonna go
can.
into show ops and
Yeah.
logistics for your portal.
So basically, guys, as we've been talking about this whole time, a lot of stuff lives in your portal, and I'm going to cover some operational stuff. So the first operational thing is a digital thing, actually, and what we notice and what we want people to make sure they do is to log into your portal and please, please, please make sure to fill out your company description with your product categories. Um, and your product categories and your booth number, all that. Make sure that is up to date. If you purchased a level 1 or a level 2, which we'll show a little deeper in here, there's also a logo and images. People will purchase this through application, and some people in the past have not done this. And we don't want you to, we want you to get your money's worth on all this stuff. So please make sure to do it. When we're talking about especially this year with the appointment setting, the attendees are looking at your bio. They can see every exhibitor. So make sure it's as detailed as possible because they might not know your company or whatever, and they might see your description or whatever and be like, I want to set an appointment with them. So of all the years to make sure you do this description, this is a good year to do it. So make sure, number one, go in, fill out your description. Next slide, Iris.
Are you going to talk about all the upgraded ones?
Yes.
Yep.
So again, I was just going to explain on the next slide.
Oh, it's the show planner. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So basically, with the upgrade, like the level 1 and the level 2, you get what you see here, which is the images and the videos and all that. And that's in the My Show Planner, just like the appointment setting. So again, why the level 1 and level 2 is so great is because if you click like that plus sign you see up there, like that person also becomes a lead for you too. So you could see that person as a lead and you can reach out to them directly. So that's why the level 1 and level 2 we highly, highly recommend. The pricing is a little deeper in the slide, but again, that is what you do within your planner. You update your images and your videos within your portal through that description and the logos and stuff, and then it uploads to your My Show Planner site. That's where it's visible to all the attendees and fellow exhibitors. All right, another thing we get asked about. So we know that multiple people sometimes are in your portal, and that's totally fine. We have a primary contact who always has access. If you need someone else to have access, it is very easy this year, and we created this feature. You just click on that users button there. You add new user, put them in. That person has access to the system, and you send them a link. So just make sure that if you need someone else to have access besides yourself, if you're the primary contact, make sure you add them as a user. We can always help you with that too. If you have an issue or running into a time crunch, I can do it, or we have a client services team, client services at ISSAshow.com. They can help you with that as well. That's a good email to jot down if it's just me and Iris right now. So a good email is client services at ISSAshow.com. Danielle is our person that runs that, but she can help you with all this process. So make sure if you need to add a user, reach out to that email or me or Iris. All right, now to a very important slide that everybody needs to pay attention to. The important deadlines coming up. So, kind of here, just to keep in mind, lead retrieval advanced discount deadline, October 10th. Again, to backing up Iris's point, you can order the 3-pack through us, save $50. It is the best value package. There is a lot of stuff in the lead retrieval form. All of it's great. But if you want the most efficient package, it is that 3-pack that you can scan from your phones. So let us know. But if you want to just order it and do it differently, that's also totally fine. Just keep in mind the pricing does go up after October 10th. If you're using an exhibitor appointed contract, the notice that you need to let us know that is October 15th. Very, very big date here. GES Advanced Warehouse opens October 15th as well. What this means for those of you who are new is like you can ship your freight to their advanced warehouse and they will deliver it to your booth at the show. You can also send directly to show site, totally fine. But the thing I just keep in mind is sometimes logistical stuff happens. If you send it to their advanced warehouse, it's going to be in your booth. So when you're ready to set up, it'll be there and you'll be ready to go. So October 15th is when that opens. Another important deadline, GES and Mandalay Bay discounts. So like GES, like your tables, chairs, booth features. Mandalay Bay is like electrical, catering, all that. All of that pricing will jump October 28th. So keep that date in mind. Metro AV, if you have any AV needs, November 1st. GES warehouse shipping deadline, when if you don't meet this deadline, you have to ship to SoSite November 13th. And then SoSite shipments begin November 16th. That is a very big date. If you do not want to send to their advanced warehouse, if you have freight arriving on November 14th, it ain't going to get accepted and it's going to get kicked and you're going to deal with a heck of a lot of hassle. So make sure if you're going to send to show site November 16th or after that is when you have it arrive. So this is, if any slide in here besides the appointment setting, this is the one to keep remembering. Save yourself some money. Targeted move-in map. So this is within the exhibitor portal under your resources. This just gives you the map one day when you are supposed to move in for the show. So GS, our partner, and our ops team puts this together. If you need extra time or anything like that, you do have to fill out a variance form through GS's website. But yes, this is just a key map that's in the resources section. It is labeled targeted move in. Please take a look at it so you know your date to move in. And then again, backing to the point about the question of I get these calls from these trades. So these are our official partners. This is also in our exhibitor portal, like our partners and all that. So if it's not coming from these companies, it's a scam and you should not respond to it. So all our partners are officially, they have that logo. So just make sure to download that form as well. I know there's a lot of stuff that gets thrown at you guys, so just keep that in mind. All right. And then I just wanted to highlight, we are getting close to the show, but we do have a few really good offerings that we wanted to present to you guys. It's not too late to take advantage of some of these. So back to the level 1 and level 2. I know you guys are probably like, why are they bringing this up 3 times? But it is because this is one of the best, most efficient ways to get more leads and better ROI from this show. If you get a level 1, it's $900. Level 2 is $1,675. Basically, again, you get those images and videos, extra collateral resources. This is such a great way. And the key thing here is when someone clicks on your booth, they become a lead that you get in a full detailed lead report with all their contact information. So it's very, very important to do this. It seems like it's such a minor, it seems to me it's a lower cost item that can make a big benefit. As you can see right there, the average leads for a basic is 181, 574 for just upgrading to a level 1 or level 2 from the basic. So it's just one of those low cost, low hanging fruit items that really can see some good ROI for you. And then we wanted to showcase our innovation program. We still have a few slots left to enter. But this is like a design of how it's going to look. As you can see, like on the right side, that's our innovation runway this year with our automation and equipment companies. Then we have, just a general layout of where the products will be on those counters and the other categories. You see the stage for the presentation. So we redid the theater this year. It's going to look really slick, really cool, in my opinion. So if you still have an entry, we still have a few spots left to get in. So please reach out to Iris or myself. There's still time to do it. So just make sure to take advantage of that if you want to get in the program. Another item that is really, really great is our show daily e-newsletter. Now, the great thing about this product is this is going to all the attendees who are at the show. And the key feature of this is it's released Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every day of the show, we release this newsletter. So you get 4 exposure points. So we still have these medium rectangles left. So if you see like on there, that's like Bona right there. That's the medium rectangle. So for $4,500, you get exposure the whole week of the show that every attendee is going to see. So really, really great exposure point considering like we usually release 1 or 2 of these and just 1 cent, and it's that price point. So really good low cost price point for the value you get. All right, and then our Ignite packages. So basically, these are enhanced networking events that are we really put a lot of effort to in this year. You see the price points there. Kind of the value play here is getting the spotlight or the supporter, in my opinion. We have the distributor networking events. We have the Monday happy hour, the Tuesday first timer breakfast, and then the Wednesday distributor breakfast where we got Mickey Berkman speaking. The contractor one, we have a happy hour there. We have the BSC night shift event. That's going to be at the foundation room. If not, you've been to the foundation room, it's a really, really incredible, as you see there, there's a picture, overlooks the whole strip. Those are sponsors already for it. Gopher Parts, Neil Fix, Amira Polish. But you're more than happy if you want to hit that audience to reach out to us and take advantage of that sponsorship. The distributor one, as we mentioned, was there. And then if you are a facility provider / end user, we have 3 events associated with that as well. And then this is again the distributor breakfast with Mickey Bergman, who's the high level hostage negotiator. He handled the Brittany Griner situation. He's handled high level stuff in the Middle East. So a really, really, really smart guy that's been nominated for Nobel Peace Prizes. So really high level person that if you want to get in on the sponsorship, that gets you in that distributor level as well. And then the last slide is kind of all the benefits you get with this. So basically, if you did the supporter package, you get 2 people to get access to this. We recognize you as a sponsor in all our applicable publications. If you do the spotlight, you become a bronze sponsor. So you get all those bronze benefits of the extra booth badges, the booth selection points, and then you get 5 people that get access to come champion, diamond, so on. Again, the thing about this to keep in mind as an exhibitor, like the only way to gain access to these is by purchasing one of these packages. We get this question, oh, I'll just buy it somewhere else. If you really want to participate in this, you have to buy it through me or Iris. So if you really want to be a part of one of these tracks, please reach out to us today or next week. We're happy to talk through it more. But really, really enhanced networking that we've never done at the show before. So we're really excited about it. Another little short thing that we wanted to tell you guys is our mobile app. Of course, R3 is our mobile app sponsor and all that, but we have push notifications and the rotating banner ad. Those are low cost items, $17.50 for a rotating banner. I know Iris sold one this week to someone. And then push notifications, also $17.50 per message. Can send it out to get people to go to your booth, whatever. We still have slots available for that. So low cost items that really can help increase booth traffic. And then I think this is our last thing, maybe one more, but one of the last key things here is our Connect e-blast. So we have pretty much sold all of our target e-blasts except for our post-show ones. But on the Connect side, which reaches the attendees plus our CMM database, We have a couple really, really good dates left, October 21st and November 15th. So kind of those key windows to get ahead of the audience. Those are still available. So for 6,500, you can book this e-blast. It's in this format. It's a really clean, sleek look. It can link out to where you want it to. So this can help draw attendees to your booth. This can help with your appointment setting feature we just talked about. So really good way to touch yourself out there. And then also this will make you a bronze sponsor as well. So just by signing up for this, you become bronze, get all those benefits. And then not a sponsorship item, but we just wanted to make sure to you guys, we are sold out of meeting rooms off the show floor. So we get a lot of requests and we just want to make, and we know they're coming and we know more are coming, but we hate to tell you guys, we sold out of those. So if you do want to do if you need extra room for meetings or need meetings, we have our meeting hub option this year and we are running low on those as well. We only have 4 spots left of meeting hubs to sell. So if you think you need room for extra meetings, now is the time to jump on this and book one with us. So again, those are the cost points you see on there, but just let us know if you want to book one. But we did want to make sure we made the message our meeting rooms off the show floor are sold out. We only have a few meeting hubs left. And again, the meeting hubs are the great advantage of these over the meeting rooms, in my opinion. You get your meeting hub all 3 days of the show. 10 to 5, you get it all 3 days of the show. So really, really good offering. Where a meeting room is just per day. So this is a great way to get and have some private meetings with your customers. So let us know if you want to book one.
All right, before we go into questions, there's one thing left to talk about, which we've been getting a lot of emails about, which is, and I know many of you are not thinking this already, but we are already planning for next year's the ISSA show. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on the booth selection and the process. So next year, ISSA show North America will be November 10th through the 13th at the Mandalay Bay. That week does not coincide with the F1 race. So this is good news. And the booth selection process. So for those of you who are new, this is where you as a 2024 exhibitor have an opportunity to select your exhibit space before anyone else can at the lowest possible rate and the best possible positions. So next week, we will be sending out emails to all 2024 exhibitors asking you to complete an exhibit application for next year. We ask the size of the space you're looking to book. You will not see a floor plan. All we're asking for is what size you intend on exhibiting at. Could be 200, it could be 600, it could be 100 square feet. That's what we're asking for in the exhibit application. Once we receive all of the applications in by October 25th, we take all of the applications, we apply all of the priority points. I'll go over that in a second. And the companies with the most number of priority points, the first 75 companies with the largest number of priority points will receive a phone appointment the week of November 7th, the week right before we get to the show. First 75 companies. Everyone else who has completed the application, you will be assigned an on-site appointment starting on Monday, November 18th, starting at 12 o'clock. Now, some of you maybe won't be on site at that time, or maybe you're the primary contact and you will not be going to the show. That's okay. You'll provide us with a phone number or an email that we should be reaching out to during your appointment date and time. So we will include you in the booth selection process. We will just call you or email you from on-site to select your space. The exhibit floor plan will be available right before the first appointments the week before the show. All of this will be in writing, so I'm not going to give you the specific dates. Everything will be in writing next week when you receive the email. So this is, again, your opportunity to select your booth before anyone else at the lowest possible rates and with the best positions. Now, keep in mind this year, there's 3 tiers of pricing, just like there has been for the last 2 years. The early rate pricing will end on Friday, November 22nd. So if you decide not to participate in the booth selection or just don't come to the sales office in Las Vegas because you're just not sure about next year or your budgets haven't been approved yet, that's okay. That early rate will expire on November 22nd, and then we go into the second tier pricing. So all of this information will be emailed to you with all the details. And of course, please reach out to John or I once we do send that information if you have any questions. So again, we'd love for you guys to participate in the booth selection process for the 25 show. And that's what I have for booth selection. Now we have a few questions here. John?
Yes.
Yes.
So first one, you do have to provide your own flooring, correct? You can either order that through GS or ship in your own. Whatever you got to do, you just got to have some covering on your floor. That's why Iris said floor covering. So, Gerald, your question about a basic listing. So you're getting the two confused between lead retrieval is scanning the badges on site from the attendees there and getting the leads post show. What the listings we're talking about, so the basic is your digital listing that includes your company description, product categories, booth number, all that. The level 1 is the upgrade to that. That gives you the images and the videos. And what the level 1 also does, that is the access to online leads through the My Show Planner site. So when people go to the My Show Planner site and they click on your booth or click on an image, that's where those leads come from. So really the best way to look at it is if you do the level 1 and you do the lead retrieval, you're covering leads on both sides. You're going to get your online leads from people like your My Show Planner site with your images and videos. And if you got the lead retrieval, you're going to scan your badges on site and get those leads as well. That is the best way. And Iris will back me up. That's the best way to get the most out of the show. And then to do last question, do sponsors have to sponsor to attend the networking events? Yes. If you want to be a part of one of those networking packages, either the distributor track, the building service contractor track, or the in-house service provider end user track, you need to sponsor either at the supporter level or the spotlight level. That gets you access into them. And then the lead retrieval, no, is not the list of all the attendees. The lead retrieval is scanning from your phone or, excuse me, or from the scanner, the attendees that'll be on site that's scanning their badge, and then you get a lead report with who those people are. So that's why having lead retrieval is so important. And that covers all of them, Iris.
Wow. So this did take up almost an hour of our time, and we absolutely appreciate you guys being here and listening to all these details. We are going to be publishing this webinar as well as the slides in the Exhibitor Resource Center. And, you know, this is an opportunity after this webinar for you guys to reach out to us if you have any questions. If John or I cannot answer them, we will, of course, make sure to get you in touch with the right people. We want to make this show a success for you. So please, we are here to help. And thank you guys so much for being on this webinar today, and have a great weekend. Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.
I'm logging
Did we
off.
get recorded, Kylie?
Yes, so we did. I was just waiting for all you guys to hop off and all the participants to hop
okay.
off.
No problem. I will leave.
All right, I'm leaving.
Thank you all.